What is up, everybody? This is Anthony with VR 365. What is going on? Today is Wednesday. It is a little bit after 3 p.m. It's 3:01 p.m. It is June 19th. What is going on, baby? Baby, why did I say that? What is going on, baby? Hey, what is up? Yeah, so anyways, I'm back in the building. Now, I do have a fan going, and I accidentally left my door open, which is probably not a good idea. I should probably close my door, but it is rather hot. But anyway, I wanted to talk really quick about the Twitch YouTube thing that is going on right now, and apologies. So basically, here's the deal. Let me just break down the situation right now for everybody. So the deal is, I like doing this daily talk show. Like, I enjoy doing it. Some days we don't have very much news, and some days it's like I almost have to like drag myself with a ball and chain over here to do this thing. But a lot of times we do have news, we do have stuff to talk about, we have interesting things to discuss. We can do interviews, we can do a lot of different things, and it's fun to do every single day. That is why we're called VR 365. It is a daily type of a deal. However, this daily interview show, this daily like podcasting show is not viable long term. And so I said on July 1st that this channel is going to change in a major way. But you know what? All of a sudden I thought about Twitch. And so the July 1st thing is on hold right now because I'm going to try this YouTube/Twitch thing, okay? So I'm going to try a YouTube/Twitch thing from a standpoint of every other day. I am going to either be on Twitch or I'm going to be on YouTube. And yesterday I was on Twitch. Now, some of you might have been like, well, dude, why can't we see the replay? Like, why can't we go to that Twitch channel and watch the replay? And what happened is yesterday when I was doing my live stream on Twitch, okay, first of all, I hit start streaming in OBS, and I didn't know that the stream was going to start right then. I didn't realize that. And so because with YouTube, with YouTube, I start the stream in OBS and it basically starts pulling up a little bit within YouTube, and it tells you like the health of your stream. Is it bad? Is it good? Is it okay? Whatever. And then you hit a button on YouTube that actually starts streaming. Okay, but apparently that's not how it works on Twitch. On Twitch, if I hit start streaming, bam, it starts streaming. And so I hit start streaming and it was like live. And I was like, oh shit, I'm live. And so I didn't get a chance to go into the options and look at everything prior to the stream starting. And so unfortunately, I did not check this little box that basically says we're going to save your Twitch streams for 14 days. So I forgot to check that box before I did that episode. So that episode is lost to time. But tomorrow I'm going to be back on Twitch. So Thursday I will be on Twitch, and I can tell you guys 4 p.m. I'm going to start the Twitch stream at 4 p.m. tomorrow on Thursday. Okay, Thursday, June 20th, 4 p.m. on my channel, and I have checked that little box now, so it should save an archive of my Twitch live streams for 14 days. Now, it only saves it for 14 days, so that kind of sucks. And I think I might be able to like pay money or do something extra where it actually saves it for 60 days. But you're not going to be able to see like an old Twitch stream from like 4 months ago. That's not how it works. But basically, I'm going to bounce back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. So I'm going to be on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We're going to be on YouTube on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So 4 days on YouTube, 3 days on Twitch. Now, this is all a test. It is a test. I don't know if it's going to work. It might be a complete and utter disaster. But this might be a way to save the idea of doing a daily show like this and not having to radically change my YouTube channel. But half of it is going to be on Twitch. So, if you guys don't know and you want to follow me on Twitch, if you want to see the show on Twitch, let's go over to the webinar real quick. And let me show you guys where you would find me. So basically, you just go Twitch. So you go to Twitch. Go over to Twitch. I'm probably not signed in, or maybe I am. Maybe I am. Wait, let me mute this because it's doing some bullshit. Okay, and then you just go VR 365. Okay, go VR 365, and it doesn't even show it. Well, I think if you go dash VR 365 like this, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So here's what you do. You just go dash VR 365. That will take you to Twitch. And this is where we're at right here. And so the broadcaster indicated that the channel is intended for mature audiences. Yeah. I'm still figuring all this crap out. This schedule thing is wrong. I need to fix that. So anyways, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on Twitch. I'll be honest with you. I have no freaking idea what I am doing on Twitch. However, I do want you guys to go over there and help a bro out and follow me over on Twitch because I need a certain amount of followers and all this other stuff for whatever, I don't know, to be like an affiliate and all this other crap. But anyway, that is that. So I just wanted to go ahead and talk about that real quick and just kind of get that out there so people are like, dude, where the hell is Anthony? What is going on? What happened to the show? Did Anthony just not do the show? No, I'm doing it on Twitch and YouTube, bouncing back and forth. Will this help VR 365? I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But I'm going to go ahead and give it like about another month. So basically, like the July 1st thing is not going to happen. I'm not going to radically change anything because I just started this. So I'm going to give it the rest of June. I'm going to give it all of July. And then maybe on August 1st, Gaming and Still Life says, so I guess this YouTube show is done on YouTube. No, not necessarily. 4 days on YouTube, guys. 4 days on YouTube, 3 on Twitch. Now, will it end up flip-flopping? Will it be 3 days on YouTube, 4 days on Twitch? Maybe. I don't know. Will it go 100% Twitch? That's a possibility. Will it go back to 100% YouTube? That is a possibility. It is all up in the air. I have no freaking idea. I'm trying to figure out some kind of way to make this thing viable. And worst case scenario, just a complete and utter format change where I would basically be doing this type of show on Saturday and Sunday. And Monday through Friday, I would be doing something completely different, and it would be chaos, mass confusion. But we won't need to worry about that right now. We don't need to worry about that until potentially August. Okay, so what is the number one story of the day? And you know what? The number one story of the day is the fact that there is a game that is coming out tomorrow that I had no freaking idea that this game was coming out tomorrow. And I don't think you guys had an idea either. So let's bounce over to the webinar. And so these are upcoming games on Steam. These are upcoming VR games on Steam. And now, you know, Valve Index is now in the thing. So everything is changing. Valve Index is in the mix. People are getting them shipped. It is happening. It is real. It is realer than real deal Holyfield. But I'm looking at upcoming games, and I happen to see Stay Silent over here, and I clicked on it, and it has a date, guys, June 20th. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. So Stay Silent is going to drop into early access tomorrow. Now, you guys have seen the movie Cowboys and Aliens. Well, this is the game. Cowboys and Aliens, the game. So Stay Silent is a Western-themed multiplayer online first-person shooter game for virtual reality. You will become the sheriff of an American town in the Wild West of the 1800s, fight against stealthy bandits and brutal aliens on dark, silent nights using traditional firearms and powerful alien weapons. So yeah, it's basically Cowboys and Aliens, the VR game. And it says June 20th. Okay, and it says planned release June 20th. This game plans to unlock in approximately 1 day and 4 hours. So basically tomorrow evening. But if you click over here, it says we plan to launch the early access version on June 21st, 2019, which that would be Friday. But I think it's coming kind of late tomorrow, so maybe they're talking about this June 21st. Players who have participated in the closed beta test will be rewarded with a space cowboy hat. In the lobby's Book of Legends, we recorded the sheriffs who have participated, blah, 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 blah. So we are now preparing to launch the EA version and hope to improve Hopetown together with all our sheriffs. Okay, I didn't try the beta for this. I haven't done any of that. But it's interesting. I mean, this is NetEase Games. You might be familiar with these guys because they are doing Nostos. And we don't have a release date on Nostos. Maybe this is coming in the fourth quarter of this year. But anyway, Stay Silent might be available tomorrow. So that is interesting. We didn't really know about that. Now, another thing that is going on tomorrow, Streetwax TV says make videos shorter. Well, see, here's the thing, bro. I can't do a show like this that lasts 10 minutes. It wouldn't make sense. So it'd be a completely different show. And I might have to do that. And I'm probably going to have to do that. However, I feel like this is real talk. For a second here, let's go back over here. I feel like my best attribute as far as YouTube is my ability to do this thing live. Like, I can just get up here and do this. I'm not scared. I'm not timid. I'm not frightened. I can just do this. I can talk. I have skills, and I can go off the cuff. I'm witty. I'm clever, and I have that. That's my strength. Like, that's my strength. And so if I start doing like edited YouTube videos where I'm spending all this time and effort to make this highly polished edited video, I just neutered my strength. My strength is my ability to go live and have no fear. To get up on here and go live, and I can talk mad shit if I want to. I could be funny, I could be goofy, whatever. Now you might think, oh, Anthony, you really don't have these skills. What are you talking about? You're talking about having these skills? You're saying you're witty, you're clever? You ain't witty, you ain't clever, bro. You ain't all about nothing. But I honestly believe that is my wheelhouse. That is where my skill set is, the ability to do it live. Like, think about all these other YouTubers. Can they just go live all the time? Can they go live every day? Can they go live when they don't have dick to talk about? I don't know. Maybe some of them can. I mean, I know MRTV does a live stream here and there. Different people, Cass and Cherry, they do live streams like on Saturdays or whatever where they're playing games and stuff. But does anybody have these skills? These skills right here? I don't know. And that's my strength. And so I want to lean into my strength. That's why I'm doing the YouTube thing as well, because this is the capabilities. So anyway, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Stay Silent, but we're also talking about other games that are going to release tomorrow. So let's go back to the webinar. And let's go to Rift Experiences. So, Daily Deal. It does appear that the Daily Deal is back in the mix, because here it is again. So we've got another Daily Deal. Now this is Archangel Hellfire. It's going for $15. It is 25% off. You got a little bit over 8 hours here. I'm a fan of this game, but honestly, I don't know that I would recommend. See, I'm a fan of the single player Archangel story game. And this was the game that a lot of people shat on. Back when it came out, a lot of shatting occurred. I was not the one shatting. I was not shatting whatsoever. I liked Archangel. I liked the single player. Yeah, I know it's on rails. Okay, it's on rails. Get over it. Grab a tissue, baby issue. Baby issue, you got issues with that tissue. Wipe the tears away from your eyes. Okay, so it's on rails. Big effing deal. I felt like the dialogue, I felt like the voiceover work was freaking impeccable. I thought it was hilarious, actually. I thought, well, primarily I'm talking about the male voice actor. If you play Archangel, choose the dude. Choose the dude. Not that the lady was bad. She was okay. She was normal. But the dude was beyond. The dude went beyond. Like, he went above and beyond the Call of Duty, which made Archangel an entertaining ass game. And also the fact that it was on rails, that was a part of its beauty, because being on rails, it's just like Blood and Truth. By the way, I got past the point where I was stuck in Blood and Truth. Thank you, Lethal Weasel VR. One of the hosts of Virtual Strangers, probably they share hosting duties, but I still feel like he's the lead host. Okay, Lethal Weasel, he gave me some ideas. Okay, King Hell says, where's your Twitch link? I don't know. It's not on. We'll figure that out later. But basically, you just go to Twitch/VR365. If you want to find me, Twitch, whatever, Twitch-TV/VR333-6666-555555555. Okay, so VR365. But this is Archangel Hellfire. It is a daily deal. Do I recommend it? I mean, I think you could probably get this for like $9.99. I've seen it for $9.99, I believe. I might have even seen it for less than that. I still like it, but you could probably find a better place to put your $15 in complete and utter honesty. But yeah, so this is the Rift experiences area, and I wanted to look at new releases or coming soon. Okay, so here is the coming soon, and there's some weird things that are going on with the Oculus Store. For example, see, they don't have all the coming soon stuff. Like there's a lot of little weird things that are going on in the Oculus Store. For example, Face Your Fears 2 by Turtle Rock Studios. It came out yesterday for a matter of hours. Paradise Decay jumped into the game and played that mofo. Some other people bought it immediately and were streaming on YouTube, and then all of a sudden it got yanked. Well, what the hell happened? What happened is it accidentally went out a little bit too early. Yesterday was all about Journey of the Gods. Tomorrow it is all about Vader Immortal and Face Your Fears 2. They are both going to arrive tomorrow on the Oculus Rift store. Now, how do I know this? I know this because Turtle Rock Studios replied to a Reddit thread where somebody was like, Face Your Fears 2, what the F? It came out for a second, but then it disappeared. What's going on here? Turtle Rock Studios jumped into that thread and they said, it'll be out tomorrow. So basically, the deal is it was supposed to arrive on June 20th, like Vader Immortal. So they're both arriving tomorrow. So you've got Vader Immortal arriving tomorrow. You've got Face Your Fears 2 arriving tomorrow. And you've got Stay Silent arriving tomorrow. And there might be even additional stuff that I don't know about right now. But there is a lot popping off. A lot of games are popping off. And you know what? We've also got new games that are coming in the very near future. In fact, kind of a weird Penn and Teller VR thing that I honestly have no idea what the hell it's all about. So why don't we go ahead and check out a couple of trailers and let's get edumacated about Penn and Teller VR. Okay, I do remember a Penn and Teller Sega CD game. Sega CD, guys. Sega CD. We're talking early 90s, brah. This is the year 2019. That was like 30 freaking years ago, damn near. Penn and Teller on the Sega CD. Well, now they're coming to VR, courtesy of Gearbox Software, because what's his name? Randy Pitchford, he loves himself some Penn and Teller, let me tell you. Randy Pitchford is all about the Penn Teller. He loves those dudes. And those dudes are getting up there in years, man. They've been around for a minute. Okay, for a quick minute. So let's see. So Penn Teller VR, F-U-U-U and you, mofo, F-U. That's the name of the freaking game. I ain't even tripping. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this trailer out and let's see if we can figure out what the F is going on here. Okay, this is Penn Teller VR, F-U-U-U and you too.
Is the great obstacle, and that confronting your fears, whatever they may be, is a gift you give yourself and the world. That's why we've made this new VR experience. This isn't just a bunch of silly tricks and pranks. This is VR's potential realized, all to help you overcome fears such as fear of window washing a high-rise.
Nope.
Fear of being shrunk down to fit inside Teller's mouth.
It's less scary. It's just weird.
While a bullet is heading towards you. Fire! Fear of spiders.
Get off.
Fear of being trapped in a box filling with water.
I wasn't afraid of this before, but I am now. Guys!
Fear of sorting eggs.
It's really not that scary.
While having asshole friends. Fear of reading the greatest American novel of all time in a single sitting. Oh yes, the only fear you have to overcome first is the fear of wasting money on a frivolous collection of VR games.
This is the best money I ever spent.
So proud of you,
A bunch of pointless tricks and heartless pranks to pull on your guests. Penn Teller VR. Frankly unfair, unkind, unnecessary, and underhanded.
Okay, well that is Penn Teller VR, frankly unfair and kind of necessary and underhanded, and it comes out a week from tomorrow. So a week from tomorrow, and it's going to bang out on the Oculus Quest day and date. So they must have been working on this puppy in the background. We didn't know it. I mean, Oculus Quest is featured right there in the trailer. Looks like a goofy collection of minigames, 20 bones. I mean, look, I don't have a fear of any of, well, no, I have a fear of spiders, but like putting somebody like up to wash a window really high, like, is that really going to, the only, like, I can't imagine any of this stuff being really scary unless you're brand new and you've never been in VR before. But like anybody that has ever been in VR before, like I can't imagine this stuff like filling up with water. Like it's not scary in VR. And I'm going to tell you why it's not scary in VR. It's not scary in VR because our freaking bodies aren't in VR and it isn't photorealistic. And we feel the weight of a head, like that's not going to be scary until we're looking at our bodies and we actually like forget where the hell we are. Then that's going to be scary. I don't think this is scary. It might be kind of funny. I don't know. Not super hyped on this, but it is a game that is coming completely out of the blue. Work Birdie Gaming says not for 20 bones. Gaming in Still Life says Face Your Fears 2 is a better buy. I would be inclined to agree. There might be some goofy things that you could do in this game where if you were going to do some stunts on YouTube and you were going to film it and you were going to like put an egg there and those kinds of things, I don't know. So anyway, it's coming to PlayStation VR on July 9th. So, you know, this is kind of the thing that's going on in our VR gaming industry. Is anybody else a little bit upset? I mean, not upset. Upset is the wrong word for it. But wouldn't you like to have a little bit of like a forewarning about these games? Like when they're coming out, the days they're coming out. Like this is kind of a little bit of an argument I have. Like what is it about VR where games just come out of the blue? We have no advanced warning whatsoever. We don't get advanced release dates. Like this doesn't happen on Xbox, Flat Gaming and PlayStation, like you know about a game like months in advance. You know that this game is coming out on August 27th or whatever. That doesn't happen a lot in VR. And I don't know if it's not happening because the games are just coming in so hot and they don't really know when it's going to be available, or if it's just like bad marketing. I mean, it's not necessarily bad marketing on this, so they're marketing this a little bit over a week ahead of time. And they've got a couple of different trailers for this. But I guess I'm more talking about like Face Your Fears 2 and Vader Immortal and like Journey of the Gods. I mean, we just wake up one day and bam, Journey of the Gods is out on the Oculus Rift. Don't you think Journey of the Gods might have sold better yesterday if there was kind of like some kind of like marketing campaign? I don't know, like some actual marketing. Like imagine if a month ago they said, or like imagine 2.5 weeks ago, if it was like Journey of the Gods is coming out on June 17th for the Oculus Rift S and the Oculus Rift for $29.99, and there was like some kind of trailer or something, and there was some kind of announcement for that, people would actually be talking about it. People would be talking about it, and like on the Oculus Rift subreddit, people would be saying, oh, are you going to buy Journey of the Gods next week? But no one was talking about that at all because it just came out of the blue. And the same exact thing is happening with Face Your Fears 2 tomorrow, and it's kind of happening with Vader Immortal. I mean, at least people have had like 1 week's notice on Vader Immortal, but I don't know that this is great marketing, guys. Like, people want to know about shit in advance because people have budgets. Actually, that's our question of the day. This is our question of the day. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and grab my little question of the day thing. My question of the day is, does this bother you? Does this bother you? Does this bother anybody out there except me? I like marketing. I like marketing campaigns. I like advanced release dates. Even if it's only 2 weeks out. Prepare us, man. Let us know. Don't just have a game just all of a sudden come out. We're unprepared for that. I understand there's kind of a hype level as well if a game just comes out of the blue. For example, like if we were just going about our normal business and tomorrow, bam, Borderlands 2 VR, it's out, it's available, buy it right now. There would be a lot of hype and a lot of excitement. A lot of people would jump on it right away. But that only works for a really big game like a Borderlands 2 or a Stormland. It doesn't work for all these other games like Journey of the Gods, Face Your Fears 2, and all these games that just kind of show up. Stay Silent. Like Stay Silent. Did anybody freaking know that Stay Silent was coming out tomorrow? I sure as hell didn't. I feel like there needs to be some marketing, man. I feel like we need a little bit of marketing. Okay, so Jim Hall says, doesn't bother me at all. Hate waiting more. Okay, Jesse says, ticks me off extreme. Slayblaze says, it bothers me a lot. See, I don't know if people are trolling me or they're actually being like legitimate about this, because Jim Hall, apparently it doesn't bother them. King Hell says, this is a YouTuber problem. This is not our problem. This is a YouTuber problem. Rudel Zavedno says, I don't care. We have Steam VR store. Gaming science teacher. Yep, bothers me, but not immensely. Okay, so the good news is I'm not the only person on planet Earth that gets bothered by this a little bit. Jim Hall says it costs time and money to market early, but you're preparing an audience, man. Because what if there's got to be somebody out there. Okay, let me just give you a hypothetical, right? There's got to be somebody out there that if they knew a week ago that Face Your Fears 2 was coming to the Oculus Rift tomorrow, they wouldn't have bought Freediver Triton Down 4 days ago. But now they bought Freediver Triton Down 4 days ago, and their budget is gone. Their budget for what they wanted to spend on a game in VR, it is gone because they didn't know that other game was coming out. That's why you prepare people in advance. You prepare people in advance so they set their money aside so they know. For example, The Damned DLC, Arizona Sunshine, The Damned. We've got a date for that. It's like August 28th or something like that. August 28th, it is coming to the Vive, it is coming to the Rift, Windows Mixed Reality, etc., right? We all know that, so we're prepared. So if you really want the damned DLC, you're going to make sure that you have that money set aside. Now, if that shit just randomly came out on any given Tuesday or Wednesday, you might have bought Subnautica the day before because it happened to be on sale. Or maybe you bought freaking Archangel because it was the daily deal, but you would have never bought Archangel the daily deal had you known that freaking Face Your Fears 2 was coming the next day. I honestly think like Oculus, Turtle Rock Studios, I think they're losing out with this idea, but that's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it just bothers me because I got a website and I like try to report on this shit, and I hate it when this shit just comes out of the blue because I'm completely unprepared. It's probably a personal problem. Okay, it's probably a personal problem. I'll admit it. Okay, so what is else that is in the news? Well, you know, speaking of like games coming to Quest and games coming out of the blue, one of the things that is in the news, if I can find it here, is, okay, so Falcon Age. So we heard a while back Falcon Age is coming to the Epic Game Store, and a lot of people cried and a lot of people complained, and this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. It is the beginning of the store wars, and VR gamers are going to be involved in it as well. So yes, Falcon Age is coming this summer to the Epic Game Store. I don't believe we got an exact date right about now, but the developer of Falcon Age, Outer Loop Games, they have been asking their fans, they've been polling out there, I think on Twitter, basically saying, where should we bring Falcon Age next? Should it go to the Oculus Quest? Should it go to PlayStation? Or no, wait, it's on PlayStation. Should it go to the Oculus Quest? Should it go to the Nintendo Switch? Should it go to Xbox? And last time I checked, the Oculus Quest was the overwhelming leader. I believe it had like 59% of the vote. The next biggest portion went to Nintendo Switch. I think about 30% was voting for the Nintendo Switch, and then hardly anybody was voting for the Xbox. But anyway, basically what I'm trying to say here is it looks like Falcon Age is going to be coming to the Oculus Quest. So we're continuing to get a lot of Oculus Quest games that is coming down the pipe and on a regular basis. Okay, what else is in the news? Well, you know that game Ascend that we've talked about a number of times? Of course, there was that trailer with the goofy rap. But then we read, I believe it was Mashable.com, was basically saying that this game Ascend might be one of the best VR games they've ever played. Like, who the hell would have thought that, right? But that was just one website. That was this place called Mashable. But now here we are, and Upload VR has a story about Ascend. They were hands-on with the game, and they say it has the potential to be the next hot VR esports title. So Ascend. So apparently this Tatjana Venovic was at the USC Games Expo back in May. And I'm assuming this is I don't know, is this a girl or a dude? I'm going to assume it's a girl. Maybe it's a dude. But he was fortunate, or she was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to try out a game called Ascend, which was developed by students at the University of Southern California, USC. And all of the games presented at USC Games Expo were made by development teams made up anywhere from 2 students to over a 50. Two students, anywhere from 2 students to over 50 students. Ascend was one of the larger teams with over 50 people on the team. And it is Team Newspaper Hats. And when she finished her demo, or his demo, there was only one thing I could think about the esports potential. We've seen good movement in the VR esports scene recently, back in April. This is taking too damn long. Let me scroll down here a little bit. But yeah, Ascend is built around a unique VR locomotion system that developers refer to as lean motion. So you just kind of lean into it. You just kind of lean this way, lean that way, and you automatically start moving in that direction. So this guy says, I found pretty quickly that by leveraging acceleration that players experience in real life through movement, you can avoid a lot of the problems that cause motion sickness. You know, I wonder when developers are going to stop worrying about motion sickness so much, because motion sickness is not this disaster thing that people made it out to be in the very beginning of VR. Now, I know we have new people that jump into VR for the first time, and some of them get very motion sick, but it's placebo effect. I mean, I really believe like 95% of it is straight up placebo effect. It's people fearing that they're gonna get sick. They're scared of it. Dude, sometimes I bring my VR headsets over to different gatherings and people are in fear, man. Sometimes like I gotta like beg and plead to put them in VR because they're, no, it's gonna make me dizzy. I'm gonna feel all dizzy. I don't want to get motion sick. I get easily motion sick. I'm worried. No, I don't want to do it. Oh my God, fine, fuck it, I'll do it. Oh, I'm motion sick. I'm dizzy. Oh, get it off my head. I'm telling you. People literally prepare themselves for motion sickness and they end up with motion sickness. And I don't think there's that much motion sickness that is really going on except for this placebo shit. Now, look, don't get it twisted. There are stuff that will literally make me motion sick, and even MameFan. And MameFan is a friggin' expert. Like, MameFan has wanted to see if something would make him barf. Like, he will play different VR games that are known for motion sickness, and it doesn't affect him too much. And I have pretty good sea legs as well. But there are an occasional VR game here or there. For example, Air Car. You know that game Air Car where you're kind of in that Blade Runner car and you're going through this awesome cityscape? It is a free experience. Everybody should try it. If you have an Oculus Rift or if you have a capability to use Revive or whatever, try Air Car. It's awesome. It is really cool. However, if you try to do smooth turning in Air Car, oh, hell no, that shit will break my brain. So there are certain things, and like Scavenger's Hunt or whatever it's called on PlayStation VR Worlds, it is very well known for giving motion sickness. So there are things out there that will cause some motion sickness, even for people with sea legs, for the VR legs. But I just don't think I think a lot of too many developers are hyper concerned about motion sickness and they need to get off of that. But if they created some really cool type of movement system in this game because of their fear of motion sickness, well, that's great. I mean, that's a good thing, but I don't know. I feel like it's overblown. So anyway, this guy or gal, whoever's reviewing this, says, Ascend reminds me of a lot of things. Tron's Diss Wars, Final Fantasy X's Blitzball, and even Iron Man, while still being totally unique, giving both hardcore and casual VR users a new experience. The team is even prepared for low player counts post-release. The game is always free for all to accommodate lower player counts. We're pretty aware of the reality. It's hard to keep concurrent player populations high in VR. Okay, so Ascend is dropping later this summer on Steam. The team is currently working on 2 brand new warriors in addition to Mufid and Gloriana. Their goal is to show the physical and immersive nature of VR and getting as many people to play as possible. Okay, so yeah, it's on Steam. We can check out the Steam page right now if it loads up. I clicked, yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, see, it's coming summer 2019, team newspaper hats. And, you know, when I was looking at this, it really reminded me of like Space Junkies, and it reminded me of Jet X. That's what I was reminded of, but maybe it's not too much like either of those games. But the good news is we're starting to hear good words about this game, so it apparently is not ass. This game is not ass. It is halfway decent, and that is good news. Okay, did I mention that Ninja Legends is coming to both the Oculus Quest and Oculus Rift and Rift S? It is all Oculus all the time. Like if I scroll down here at the very bottom here, Ninja Legends is slated to hit Steam Early Access on July 11th. Okay. Oh, it's coming to everybody. But there's a lot of games. I have noticed this. There's a lot of games that are like, oh, we're going to be coming out on Rift and Rift S and Quest but no mention of anything else. And a lot of people aren't talking about them, but there are games like that that are floating out there. But it looks like Ninja Legends is coming to Steam as well. For some reason, I thought this might have been one of those Oculus things. But yeah, this is coming in July. Ninja Legends by Coin Flip Studios. I don't know. It looks pretty basic to me. I'm not that hyped on that. I'm maybe more hyped on it from an Oculus Quest standpoint than I am anything else. But yeah, it's coming to Quest. It's coming to Rift in July. So it is happening. Yeah, nice doggy. That is a very nice doggy. So let's see. What else? What other topics did I want to mention real quick before I bounce out of here? I do have a trailer. Oh, you know what? Scraper. We got a brand new trailer for Scraper First Strike for PlayStation VR. I'm a big fan of Scraper. I really like the game. It is the poster child, of course, for the 3D rudder. And there is a brand new Scraper PlayStation VR trailer that just dropped within the last few hours. This is a very new trailer, like it just dropped within like the last 4 or 5 hours. Let's go ahead and check out this trailer. It's showing gameplay of Scraper on PSVR.
Maxwell, in order to get our troops inside the building, we need to get rid of the toxins circulating throughout the floors.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's formatted like that. It just said that it was a normal standard 1080p trailer, so not sure why it's square like that. But we definitely can notice a bit of a downgrade here from a graphical standpoint. This is not the same drop-dead gorgeous, beautiful game that it was on Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, Windows Mixed Reality, etc., etc. That's where I played Scraper. I like it a lot. It's still probably going to be a good game, but you are seeing a bit of a graphical downgrade here. It says all footage captured on PSVR. Now, the interesting thing about Scraper is you're not standing up with boots on the ground and with your gun like that. You're actually in this like futuristic hover pod kind of a thing. So you actually sit down. You sit down when you're playing Scraper, but you want to have your move controllers out there because you've got one arm over here, one arm over here, and so it's like you're seated, but you're playing it that way. Now, if you did have a 3D rudder, you can control your movement and you could zoom around because you're in this little hover car thing that is zooming around this facility with basically iRobot going on. It reminds me of iRobot. It reminds me of Terminator. It reminds me of basically all the RoboCop, you know, all those kinds of movies, AI, out of control robots. And the soundtrack is really nice. I like the sound design. It has like a movie experience kind of a sound design. It's like you're in a sci-fi movie. So I kind of like Scraper. Not too bad. Now, Paolo Triani says, is that on the Pro or is that non-Pro? Well, it says all footage captured in PSVR. It doesn't say PS4 Pro. So maybe that's non-Pro. Although I personally do not believe that the difference between pro and non-pro, it's not a night and day difference, man. It's a very minute difference. Now, hardcore fans of PlayStation VR, they're going to notice the difference, but it's very minimal. It's very minimal. Like people that, if you have a regular vanilla PlayStation 4, and the reason you're not getting a PlayStation VR is because you think, man, if I was going to get PlayStation VR, I really got to get a PlayStation 4 Pro, and I don't have a PlayStation 4 Pro, and that makes it too expensive, and I don't want to do all of that. Don't let that be the reason. because I'm telling you, if you have a standard issue OG PlayStation 4, you're gonna basically play the exact same game. I'm telling you, it is such a tiny, minute difference. I really think like it's overblown. Like people get it overblown. Now it's easy for me to say because I've got a PlayStation 4 Pro, but I had an original PlayStation 4 and I actually tried Astrobot and both of them. I couldn't tell the difference between the two. So I honestly, it's not that big of a deal whether it's PS4 Pro or not. This is coming in early July. J Pace says combat wheelchair. Pretty much. Yeah, it pretty much. You are pretty much in a combat wheelchair, and it works pretty good. I'm a fan of Scraper. And you might want to wait and find that on some kind of a deal. Okay, the last thing I have is there was a story. So let's go back to the webinar here. And I don't know, was this Upload VR? I think it was Road to VR. So Road to VR, I saw this story right here. Virtuix debuts VR Arena attraction at Dave & Buster's Austin location. So yeah, this is this Omniverse VR Arena. And, you know, it's kind of a location-based attraction. It accommodates up to 4 people. And they have it at the Dave & Buster's location in Austin, Texas. And it just debuted. It just started operating. And you know what? I grabbed a trailer for this. Why don't we go ahead and check out the trailer for this and see what this is all about. But yeah, I'm always kind of interested in these location-based VR gaming experiences. Are they going to be that good? Are they going to kind of suck? I don't know. This one's kind of weird. It's like they made this little contraption that you go inside of, and it's basically for 4 people. And why don't we go ahead and check this trailer out? It is this VR attraction by Virtuix. So Omniverse VR Arena. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Really cool. This was totally different for me.
I had lots of fun.
It was great. Fantastic.
I've played VR, but not like that. It was just like another world.
Great experience. It's a very new way to get immersed in the VR. You get to run around and shoot stuff. People love that.
Whole package when you come in, sit down, the professional look of everything just makes you really feel like you're immersing into the game.
Felt real. I felt like I was in the game. I was killing zombies, had a good time, upgraded my guns, I was reloading. I loved everything about it.
You sit down, the tablet in front of you, coaching your whole way through it to the end to be able to capture their information, to be able to send another coupon.
We have at least 4 malls around Peru we could be able to take it to. We've never seen something as complete as this, so it would be like a market breaker.
It's compact, it's small, it doesn't take up a large amount of space.
All right, well, you know, that does look pretty cool. The one thing I will say about this is this concept is well designed. Like, they thought of everything. You know, they're putting through 20 players in a single hour. So they figured this thing out. Like, they have this thing mapped out in a really smart way. They got like a waiting area where people get prepped. It would seem like, man, how are they able to move 20 people through here in a single hour? Because you're talking 4 people times 5. So you're not a lot of time in the game. because you got to get people into those things. You got to get them strapped in. There's one attendant that basically is in there that puts people into the games. You've got all these different monitors all over the place so people can kind of see what is going on. They can see what's going on outside of this unit, and then they can see what's going on inside the unit. And it's a good idea. It's certainly a good idea. I don't know. I think the 20 people, moving 20 people through there, that's pretty aggressive, because you're going to have to get these people into these things, strapped in, ready to go, and then they've only got like 10 minutes or whatever in the experience, and then bam, they're out of the experience. Of course, they do get like leaderboards and stuff like that. So it's one of these turnkey opportunities, brah. If you got a VR arcade, they're basically trying to sell this idea, sell this concept. Does look pretty good. Honestly, the more interesting thing here is whatever happened to all the freaking treadmills? Like, what happened to the VR treadmills? It was a big deal. I remember way back in April of 2016 when I first got my HTC Vive, or actually even before I got my HTC Vive, when I was on the Vive subreddit every single day, and there was so much excitement and so much hype about the impending release of the HTC Vive, the impending release of the Oculus Rift, and this beginning of VR. And there were a lot of different companies out there that were doing these treadmill things, and we haven't really seen them. Like, where are the treadmills? This is one of them here, but you can see they're kind of like, the problem with these treadmills, I mean, they're swinging around, they're doing that. So, I mean, the treadmill is probably a pretty good design, how they get people in here. They're spinning them around. That's the footprint. 17 feet by 22 feet. It's amazing how they're able to squeeze all these people in here. And I hope they got pretty good air conditioning running inside this place. But that's the little thing. See, you're taking these small little steps. So you're taking these small little steps. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I thought treadmills were going to be a big deal, and it doesn't seem like it really happened. But let's go ahead. Yeah, $10 for 3 minutes. I don't know. I think it's a little better than 3 minutes, because they're saying it's 4 people at a time. It's 4 people at a time, and they're trying to move 20 people through in an hour. So that means 5 people. So yeah, like basically 12 minutes. But it's going to take a few minutes just to get people locked in. So they're probably only getting like 7 or 8 minutes in the actual experience. And imagine if you happen to be grouped with like somebody that like had serious problems, couldn't get strapped in, they were having problems getting the person locked in. They're like, I don't understand what I'm doing here, and it slows everybody down, and then you only get like 5 minutes in the game. That would kind of suck. But what they would probably do in that case is just delay it, and then okay, they're not going to actually put 20 people through. Okay, so I'm checking out some of chat right now. Ray Delatorre says it sucks that they're using Vive Pros and the Vive Wands. Well, I don't know that it sucks, but it seems like it would be kind of expensive to do all of that. Gaming Science Teacher, I remember when these guys were on Shark Tank forever ago. Oh, really? This was on Shark Tank? Oh, that's cool. Slayblaze says, only one attendant. LOL, that's a feature. No, see, it's a feature because what they're showing here with this advertisement is not for you to come there and experience it. They're trying to have other people that have VR arcades or location-based entertainment centers, or like places where they have like bars and stuff, where this is like a turnkey opportunity, brah. You just buy this thing one time, they set it up, all you have to do is train one attendant and have one employee in there, and this is a way for you to make money and create a location-based, a destination location. If you want to turn your bar into a destination location. See, Dave & Buster's is the very idea of a destination location. What is a destination location? Is where you're going to drive your ass all the way to this place just for this one very specific thing. And so you have a destination location, and once you have one of those, then little restaurants and other little stores will filter all around this destination location, because they know people are going to drive out for this place. And then we're going to try to get the crumbs, like little Subway stores and little Starbucks, Panera Bread, all these other little places, Wingstop, all these little places on the outside, they feed off of the destination location. The idea here is you're going to create a destination location by having one of these at your bar or whatever the hell the location-based experience you got going on. They're trying to sell this to businesses. They're not trying to sell this to the end-level consumers. Okay, Ray Delatorre says, Anthony, have you tried the Oculus Quest TV hookup yet? The one that lets you see your Oculus gameplay on your TV. No, I have not. I do not have a Chromecast. I would like to get a Chromecast because I do want to figure that out. I really do want to figure that out. Steve Drumheller of Conquer Reality. Is your channel up and running, by the way? Conquer Reality? Let's check. Let's check live, folks. Hold on. Okay. I know we're not in the webinar yet. I'm going to bounce over to YouTube. I just wanted to see if Steve's Conquer Reality channel is up and running yet. I actually hit up Steve on Twitter today, Conquer Reality, to see if he wanted to come on. Conquer Reality. I'm not seeing it. Conquer Reality VR, maybe? Conquer Reality... yeah, not seeing it right now, so maybe he hasn't started yet. But yeah, so anyway, what is Steve saying? At VR365, the cutting-edge treadmill is going to be the Infinideck from Ready Player One. Do you know the Infinideck is being developed in Rocklin, California? The company that makes the Infinideck, like where my mom lives like 10 minutes away from that place. And I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'm down to come out there, put me on the Infinideck. We could film it and everything, and I'll talk about it on the show. I'll talk about it on like VR Roundtable and stuff. And they said, yeah, we'll have to get you out here. But then I never heard from him again. But anyway, yeah, they're not that far away. I haven't heard much from Infinideck in a while. It's been a while since I've heard anything from them. Slayblaze says, I bet the actual gameplay is short, like 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. Yeah, it can't. I mean, they've got 12 minutes. They've got 12 total minutes to put 5 teams of 4 people through here in a single hour. They've got 12 total minutes, and you know it's going to take at least 2 to 3 minutes to get these people strapped in. So yeah, they're only going to get about 8 or 7 minutes in that game, I would have to say. Sponge720 says, a third company is Cat VR. Paolo Triani says, and those haptic vests. Is everybody wearing a haptic vest on this? I didn't even notice that. I hope they swap out the face gasket. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing a haptic vest there. But yeah, tomorrow. So Conquer Reality begins tomorrow? Awesome. Okay, yeah, I know he was going to try doing some YouTube stuff. But yeah, I was going to have Steve on, but I mean, we'll get him on eventually. I didn't think there was that much news today, so I was hoping maybe somebody could come on the show. But anyway, it looks like we've made it. We have survived pretty much 1 hour of this show. Kind of a crappy show today. Not the best, but you know what? We'll take what we can get, and we'll move on to another day. So that's pretty much going to do it for this particular episode of VR365 Live. Now remember, folks, we're live on Twitch tomorrow at 4 p.m. Oh my God, it's going to be so exciting. Twitch. You know what? It's funny though. Twitch, let me give you guys a quick little preview of some of the Twitch views. So here we go. Here is the huge trailer view. This is the new styly view where I'm over here and my thing is over there. And this is Broadcaster Joe. I call it Broadcaster Joe, where I got to fix this. That doesn't look really good. But I was going to have, this is where I go into rant mode. See, the thing is, on Twitch, I don't need to have chat. You know, I don't need to have chat in Twitch because, you know, there's no real need. Like here, I like having chat on this. Because with chat on this, then if somebody watches the show later and they full screen it, they can still see chat. Now, I have a couple of people saying, okay, I am IAMIS and ISNT, whatever, says use restream.io to broadcast to both to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. It's free, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to do that though. I'm not going to broadcast to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. Maybe I will do that at some point in the future, but right now what I'm going to do is YouTube and Twitch, it's going to be a separate deal, man. It's a separate deal. So I'm not going to do that. So, and part of the reason I'm not going to do that is contrived. It is contrived. It's kind of a scam. The idea is, and Frank Zappa says, YouTube is dying. Save yourself while you can. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. And Recycled says, on Twitch, people use 900p, so it is pixel perfect in theater mode. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about Twitch, period. I am like a total noob extraordinaire when it comes to Twitch. I do not know what I'm doing on Twitch. I'll have to figure it out. And I'm hoping that I Am Roots can kind of help me out a little bit because I think he twitches it up quite a bit. But yeah, see, my idea is like, let's say you're a big YouTube fan of this show and you tune in every day because it's like, you know, this is kind of your daily thing. Well, I just fucked up your daily routine, right? Like yesterday I effed up your daily routine. Tomorrow I'm effing up your daily routine. And on Sunday I'm effing up your daily routine. But my hope is that you will be convinced to bounce over to Twitch, which will then allow me to have a lot of people on Twitch, because I don't want to start out on Twitch from the bottom and try to work myself up. I want a bunch of people to jump over to Twitch right from the get-go, so that then what'll happen is people will basically, like randos, will see that there's like a bunch of people that are watching the live stream and they'll be like, wow, what is this VR 365? Never heard of this shit. But for some reason, there's like 110 people watching it right now. Let me go check it out. So that's the idea. I'm basically forcing it, man. I'm segregating it. So it's YouTube and Twitch. It's separate but equal, okay? Separate but equal. YouTube and Twitch. Force y'all fools to jump over to Twitch. Hop into chat. Follow me. Yeah, so you don't subscribe, you follow, bro. Follow me over there to Twitch. Yeah, cunning. That's exactly. Clever, wicked. You know, clever, witty, all those kinds of things, right? That is the idea. So we'll see what happens. CM Nation says, Anthony, do you know when VR cover will get index stuff? I'm waiting like weeks for it. I don't know. But you know what? It seems like VR cover jumped the gun a little bit with the Oculus Quest. You know, Studio Form VR, I did get a package. Studio Form VR did send me one of their things for the Quest where it kind of like goes like this on the top of your head for extra comfort. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to hopefully try it out a little bit today, maybe a little bit later today. Nye says, that's way better than having a Twitch stream sit there with one viewer. And Ray Delatorre says, I'll be there, Anthony. Gives me an excuse to leave dying YouTube. Is YouTube really dying? The Twitch name is just VR365. So the thing is, if you do a search for VR365, nothing is showing up because I don't have videos that are already saved. Oh, government regulations? Shit. Why do things always have to fall apart right when I finally get used to something? It all falls apart. It freaking happens all the time. But yeah, a Twitch stream reminder. Yeah, well, what I will do is I will tweet that, you know, I'm about to go live on Twitch. I don't know. You know, I'm getting used to this stuff. I'm going to figure it out. You know, it's all learning material is the way I think about it. But I got to get the hell out of here. It is about time for my afternoon coffee, and I will be back tomorrow on Twitch. I will be on Twitch, 4 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch, twitching it up. The good news is, if you're like in the UK or someplace, 4 p.m. is way too late, don't worry about it because the archive will save. So you'll be able to watch it later. You'll be able to watch the disaster later. I'm kind of glad yesterday's show did not save because like the first 40 minutes was pretty much a disaster. All I was doing was working on freaking chat and shit. So it was kind of crazy. But anyways, I will see everybody tomorrow on Twitch. So everybody have a good one. Take it easy. Remember, Vader Immortal is tomorrow. Face Your Fears 2 is tomorrow. Stay Silent is tomorrow. So a lot of stuff is popping off. So, there is that, and Archangel is on sale for a few more hours if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm going to bounce out of here, and I will see you guys on Twitch tomorrow. Take it easy. Later.